Hello everyone, this is Stephen Balch, your instructor for Business Communications at Ozarka College. Today what I'm going to do is give you just a little bit of feedback on the chapters 1 and 2 activities that I finished grading this morning. And then I'm going to tell you what we've got coming up due for chapters 3 and 4 activities. Alright, first thing is the Introduce Yourself discussion that we had last week. Where everybody kind of introduced themselves to the class. I thought that went very well. It was really nice to meet everyone. Looks like we have a really good group in this class for this semester, so we should have a really good semester. I did finish grading the chapters 1 and 2 activities this morning, like I said. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and look at your grades for those activities and read the corresponding grading comments. Let me know if you have any questions at all. Most of you did well on the chapters 1 and 2 discussion, and I really enjoyed reading everyone's comments about the Theory X versus Theory Y leadership styles, and Meg Whitman's leadership style that she exhibited at eBay, and so keep up the good work on that. Most of you did very well on the chapters 1 and 2 discussion. The chapters 1 and 2 assignment, most of you did well on that as well. So keep up the good work. Most of you really put the time and effort in to answer the questions thoroughly using your own words, and you gave your own examples. That's very, very good. So keep up the good work on that. The chapters 1 and 2 objective test, most of you did well on that. But I did notice most of you only took it once. Just remember that you can take the chapter test as many times as you want to up until the due date. And I will be opening, and your highest grade is automatically recorded on those. And I will be opening those chapter tests later in the semester to help you prepare for the midterm exam and also for the final exam. So just kind of keep that in mind. Let me know if you have any questions about that. All right, so that brings us to what we've got coming up due for our next set of activities. So if we go to the activities page in My Ozarka, right now we're on the end, kind of on the end of week 2 of the semester here. Of course, we just had our chapters 1 and 2 activities due last night. There's nothing else due this week. And actually, there's nothing due next week, but there is work due the first day of week 4. So even though there's nothing due next week, you should still be working on chapters 3 and 4 activities, which are due the first day of week 4. So don't let it sneak up on you. Go ahead and be working on it now. Don't wait until Sunday, the day that it's due on September 8th to get started. All right. And chapter 3, by the way, covers planning and decision-making for business communications. So you'll learn about the appropriate channels and medium to use for business communication. You'll learn how to design the message to fit the audience. You'll also learn how to organize the message, and you'll also learn about deductive versus inductive message sequencing. All right, there are different sequence methods that you use to present the information depending on the actual situation that you're looking at and your audience. All right, so you'll learn about that. Chapter 3. Chapter 4, this is the first chapter where we're going to learn about written messages. So you're going to learn about the steps in the process of written communication, how to structure sentences and paragraphs correctly, which is extremely important. You'll also learn about active versus passive voice and when to use each of those. There are certain circumstances when it's best to use active voice and some where it's best to use passive, depending on the situation. So you'll learn about that. And then at the end of chapter 4, you're going to learn about how to modify and format a business document to improve its readability. All right. So chapters 3 and 4, be working on those. Again, those are due by Sunday, September 8th. So you've got a little over a week basically to work on those. But like I said, go ahead and get started as soon as you can. Give yourself plenty of time. And just let me know if you have questions as you're working on those. The other thing I want to point out to you, even though this is not due for a little bit, you still need to be kind of looking at it. Project 1, the persuasive letter under week 8. If you haven't taken a look at that, go ahead and do that as soon as you can, because you're going to basically be creating a letter, a persuasive letter based on a particular scenario that I've given to you, and you need to kind of be thinking about how you're going to create that letter, and you might even go ahead and start working on that project here in the next week or two, so that you have it ready for when it's due during week 8. Okay, it seems like a far off time right now, but these weeks in the semester go by very quickly, and you're going to be working on other things, in between. So the sooner you can go ahead and start looking at that project and reading through the information, looking through the resources that I've linked on that page, the better. And also, that's going to give you more time to ask me questions if you do have questions as you're working on it. All right? So go ahead and be looking at that. And that's really all I have for you for today. So enjoy your Labor Day weekend. Enjoy the start of college football season. I know I'm looking forward to watching the Razorbacks play this evening and watching some of the other college football games this weekend. So have a good weekend, and I will talk to you next time. Thank you.